Hello! Today we are here to review Yummy Yummy Monster Tummy. This is one of our Origins pickups for Sarah, and wanted to get it to the table quickly, but before we get into it, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell over there so you can follow along as we go through all of our Origins games as well as all the other games.
There's 1,000 games. There's even
3,000.
Yeah.
And all of the Kickstarters have recently come in, so all kinds of newness coming. So let's talk about Yummy Yummy Monster Tummy. So first of all, this game is a 2021 release. It's a 2 to 4 player game, cooperative, 15 to 30 minutes in length, age 6 and up. It's designed by Andreas Wild, art by Jock Art, published by Lucky Duck Games. It has an MSRP of $19.99. Card House has it listed for $15.99, as does Miniature Market, both in stock. And we picked this up, like I mentioned, at Origins. They had a deal where if you bought one of the children's games, you got another one for a discounted price. So we got this one. We were recommended highly by the Lucky Ducks representative who was there talking about their new releases, which we'll have in another video. But this one is completely an app-driven game. It's actually a color pattern matching type of game. And let's get into the quality of components. Really, all it is a deck of cards. There's 4 different sets, and we started with step 1, playing through 3 different phases. It's a story mode game. Yes. And then there's also a party version. Once you've unlocked things that will be available to you, you can play the party version. But it's got a cute app. The app, it's got music and different sounds and creatures that are different colors that come in and eat the different various food items, which are really not food items in most cases. Matter of fact, they don't like the food items except the candy. They love candy.
They love candy? But no other food.
Yep, they do not like the other food.
No.
They eat remote controls, sleds, records, storybooks, rocking horses, anything else you want to feed them, they'll eat.
Yes.
So, yeah, the quality components is just simply a card with a QR code on the back.
Yeah, so you can scan it.
Yep, that's all you get is a deck of these cards. Now, there's 37 in the first set. I don't know how many are in all of them, but there's a stack. This box it has a lot of dead space in it, which is, for being this small, it really could have been a lot smaller. It's not even got open spots for any expansions, which is kind of a disappointment. But, if you get enough to play the game, and that's fine. So most of the design quality is actually in the app, and it's a very cute app. The little monsters are fun, and they're telling you to feed them, pointing to their mouth, as he's probably doing there on the camera, if you can see him. And you're trying to match the color of the fur, which we'll get to more in the gameplay. But as far as design of, the quality of the components, I don't think I'm going to go any above a 6. I mean, the cards, there's nothing to them. There's no linen finish. And, I mean, the app is nice, but that's all you're getting, really.
Yeah.
So, what do you think?
I think I would give it a 5.9.
Okay, basically a 6. Yeah. All right, so let's talk about the theme. So the theme is you're feeding monsters that are living in various places. Your attic, and then the forest, it looks like, is the next one, and various other locations. And, it's a fun little theme. It's feeding them random objects they like to eat and trying to match colors. So it's a cute theme,
Yeah.
As far as, since it is designed for people your age, what do you think?
I really like this game.
Well, what about the theme?
It's definitely a kid's game.
Mm-hmm.
It literally says Lucky Duck.
Well, that's the publishing company. Oh, kids. Okay, it says kids on it.
It says after
Yeah.
Lucky Duck Kids.
Okay. So, but what do you think of the theme about this monster?
The theme, I love it.
Yeah.
Most kids are afraid of monsters.
Oh, these are cuddly, cute monsters.
Well, yeah, but still.
Okay.
They are cute. For theme, I would give it about an 8.5.
Okay. I mean, I think it's a fun, cute theme, and the app is really adorable. I'd probably go ahead and give it an 8 as well. I think it's a fun game, a theme for little ones, and they're going to enjoy it. Anybody, especially if they're into Monsters Inc. or any of those kind of films, they're going to love this game. All right, so let's talk about the rule book. Well, there isn't really much of one. There's a little
how to get the app.
Yeah, it basically tells you to install the app. The app walks you through how to play the game. It's very straightforward. The only thing that I would say is that there's some icons that pop up in the app that were not explained in the rules about being quiet. And we're assuming that's what it meant. You couldn't share, because normally you can talk to each other to share information. And at one point, a little icon comes up on the screen that has lips with a finger. So we're assuming you're not supposed to talk to each other at that point. But it really didn't have any kind of warning. It just kind of came up on us. So, and it was kind of an intermittent thing. It was there during the final round, but only on once in a while. So it would have been nice to have had some information on that.
Yeah.
But apart from that, I think it was fine. I mean, the app walks you through literally everything you have to do, and it does a good job with it. I'm probably going to go ahead and give it a 7. I mean, this is completely superfluous. You don't even need these other than to tell you to install the app. That's really the only purpose the rulebook has, and the app is fine for what it does. Let's move on to gameplay. So everyone who's playing gets a hand of cards. Now, we play with 4 players, so we all got 5 cards. That may vary depending on your player count. You're going to choose a color from your hand of a card that is as close to the color of the fur as the creature. So we have a red creature up there right now. So if I had... if I had this hand, I have a purple book, a pink tutu, candy, which is wild. The creatures love candy. Vinyl, which is a blue book, a blue record album, and a teal watering can. So I could take this pink tutu and try to feed that to the creature. And
if you can.
And he ate the pink tutu. So now at the bottom there is a pink icon there. So it shows, so someone else, Sarah, you want to get a hand of cards there and try to find something?
Okay, now I got grapes, a candy, an avocado, lemon, and a tutu.
Okay.
You do not want to feed it the grapes.
Yeah, they do not like vitamins or food that's good for them. So if you feed them one let's feed him one that's like that.
Yeah.
Now we're going to feed him some grapes and see what he does. He gets pretty agitated whenever you feed him any kind of vegetables or fruits. So whenever you do that, you get a little temperature meter, and if you feed him another one that has that, you will lose the game until it cools down. So we have to feed it more things that are not in that category. So here I'm going to feed it a record album. And we'll feed it, we'll give it candy, because candy is wild. It will definitely match the color. Now, 4 cards have been played. It was a 4-player game. Now it's going to tell us if it is matching the color that it wants. It's going to change its fur color. So the variance between the fur color and the color it's looking for is going to be the difference. And it doesn't look like we got to the first star. We missed by just a smidge. So... and that ends the game. If you can't get a star, you lose the game. So you can reset and play again. It's that simple. You play for a certain number of rounds of monsters, and then the game will end. It looks like, at least in the first phase, after 3 rounds, you get to unlock the next story mode. So as far as the gameplay, what did you think of it?
I love the gameplay. It's a fun and cool game for kids.
Uh-huh.
If I was like 6 or 7 years old back then.
Oh, so long ago.
It was so long ago. Like 1 or 2 years ago. It was so long.
Uh-huh.
I think, first of all, I think it could have been like 5, because that would seem appropriate.
Yeah. Okay. So But what did you think of the gameplay?
About the gameplay, I really love it. Told you that like 1,000 times.
Okay. So how does that translate to a score?
To a score, it would be an 8.9.
Oh, okay.
I'm very in the 8s today.
Yes, apparently. Very close to a 9. Yeah, I think it was fun. I mean, as an adult, even it's still a little fun, especially watching the monster and then playing with. Of course, you get to play with the kids and still enjoy the game. So I thought this was a fun little game. I'm probably at a 7 on it. I think it was fine. It's definitely one that is not going to. It's not long. It doesn't overstay its welcome, and it's going to keep you entertained enough to still enjoy it while your kids enjoy it. So I think that's always good to find, because there's a lot of kids games that are, cringe-worthy if you try to play them as adults. And there's a lot of games that children find cringe-worthy that are more adult-friendly.
Like the one that was...
Yeah, the science one you didn't like, yeah. So this one is a good blend. After a few rounds, I know Miranda was getting a little frustrated and tired of it, but it was challenging, though. We were failing several times to try to get the monsters happy.
The last one, I went crazy.
Yep, and it does a good job. It does a good job of offsetting. So, for example, this creature we had was red. So if somebody had played a purple, and then somebody else played something that was on the other side of red, which I guess would be like an orange, it generally is going to balance out and offset each other to get a nice mix. So you can still line up, and it teaches the kids about color mixing, which is pretty cool. So all in all, this is a fun little game. The app is free to download. The game is under $20, so it's not hard to afford something like this, and it's a good little fun game to play with the kids. So, all right, and that is our assessment of Yummy Yummy Monster Tummy. So we had a great time today, and look forward to the next time we get to talk to you about these games. All right, bye.
Bye.